Welcome back. Well, we have breaking news now. The new dates, that's for the Monetary Policy Committee meeting now. That's what was scheduled for February 17th, but now it's been moved to February 18th and February 19th. That's Wednesday and Thursday, 2025. So all investors and most of the market participants now have a new date. That's for the MPC meeting. That's the first one for Nigeria in 2025. That's for Wednesday, and we'll get decision day Thursday, 19th of February. All right, let's head straight to the markets. Now we have Ini John McCraw with the details. Ini, I guess now we can all calm down.
Yes.
We have a date for the first rate decision meeting. Yes. That's for February. So
yes, I think that the markets should be happy by now, because this morning when we had this conversation, I had this conversation with Dr. Muda Yusuf, and he expressed the kind of uncertainty, that goes around on the mind of investors. So because obviously they need data and information to make decisions.
Right.
And so if the NBS had promised that the rebased numbers will be released by the 31st of January, and then we're on the 10th day of the new month of February, and we haven't seen that. So obviously we can expect that, the CBN would have to hold on.
You can't hold on forever. We have to have that meeting.
You can't hold on forever. But I don't know, Ladi, but perhaps there's, this morning I just said there's communication. I think there's communication going on between the leadership of the NBS and the CBN or the MPC.
Maybe MBS has hinted that
don't worry, the numbers will come.
Right.
So you can actually hold your meeting. So I'm hoping that's the case, so that there's confidence and certainty in the market.
Right.
Because if not, the market and investors will just be waiting.
So
I
guess we hold on now. We might get those numbers at some point.
Yeah,
before
so
the meeting.
check your space.
I'm going to be checking.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the market segment of Business Incorporated. Looking at the market at intraday, there we see a slight gain for the NGX at 0.01%, sustaining the 105,000 level. Still 900. I was hoping by now we'd have 106,000, but we'll see what will happen at the close of trade. Majorly driving this are earnings. I know that this morning we did see Okomu results from Okomu for the full year 2024. So we see that revenue was up 73.44%. The gross profit also went up more than 70%. Pre-tax profit was up 58%, and profit after tax also was up 61%. Earnings per share also went up. So if you were an investor in Okomu Oil in 2024, you would have had about 61%, almost 62% increase in your earning per share. I learned this is that's earnings, not just Okomu. Obviously, we've seen the ones before now, are driving market sentiment. But let's get the details now and some other issues with analysts joining us. Abiodun Adedotun, equity trader, IBN Quest Merchant Bank. Hi, Abiodun. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ini. It's good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you on the program. So I wonder if I should start with the new news that we have, that the MPC will now be on the 18th and 19th, which is just the day after the original. The original schedule was supposed to be 16, 17. Mm-hmm. So now we have 18, 19. So I guess this will give investors some calm and direction in their decision making.
Of course, the MPC's decision and the outcome of the coming meeting is going to give direction to where interest rates is going to be, and of course, it's going to also be the driver to investors in taking positions in select names on the equity side of the market, as well as any other form of alternative investment that you might have out there.
Yeah, okay. And how much impacts are the results we are seeing? I just read out Okomu there. We've had some, very impressive results, profits of over 100% and all of that. How much impact is it having on investors' decisions in the market at this time?
It's pretty much at more of a good impact, positive impact, at least in the start of the year. Investors have been taking position in anticipation of these earnings. Mind you, we still had the the Q3 numbers, which was released sometimes in October. So what we just need is just the aggregation of the Q4 to be able to get the full year. So the trend has already been set earlier in the year for 2024, and by and large, the companies have not really disappointed. Investors are still very, very excited. They are happy about the performance of some of these companies.
There's been, last week we saw the banking counter shine, but there's been a lot of conversations around consumer goods. We saw Okomu, Presco, the stocks around those ones. What are you hearing, and what are investor sentiments around these stocks in consumer goods?
Okay, for the consumer goods, maybe we'll try to separate the agricultural companies from others. Okomu, Presco, they've done very, very well, of course, because of the nature of the goods they have dealt with, and which is an export, commodity, basically. And we know how these commodities have done. They've done very, very well over the past 12 months. For others in the consumer sector, say, your Nestle, your Nigerian breweries, there's still a bit of pause. Investors are still paying careful attention to that space, especially given the fact that some of these companies, Nestle, Nigerian breweries, they have exposure to FX, liabilities, and we all know the story about how FX has been in the past 1 year. Some of them are even currently still posting negative equity, but it's looking like there might be a turnaround for them. So investors are sitting on the sideline watching keenly on how these companies will be able to turn things around.
So how do you see the market closing today?
The market is about flat. I think the market will just close at about this level. Everybody is waiting for the numbers, and coupled with the fact that from last week's performance, you have to reappraise your positions and see how things will proceed as long as the week progresses. Yeah. So I think the market should be flat.
All right, well, at least we have 18 and 19 to count down to now, like when we didn't have those days. But thank you so much, Abiodun Adedotu, for sharing the market perspective with us this afternoon.
You're welcome.